You waiting on me, ain't you?
No, he didn't.
From the depths of the internet, my podcast did arise. A trio of loons with cigars in their eyes. They've invaded the world with their smoky surprise. The Cigar Loons, they're oh so wise. Lunatic invaders of the cigar world, spreading smoke and laughter, their stories unfold. From the finest lips to the wildest tales, the Cigar Loons never fail to prevail. With their witty banter and infectious glee, they've captured hearts, you see. They're more than just smokers, they're a family, united by cigars, a brotherhood free. Invaders of the cigar world, spreading smoke and laughter, their stories unfold. From the finest lips to the wildest tales, the Cigar Loons never fail to prevail. They've got the knowledge, the passion, the flair, a podcast powerhouse beyond compare. So light up a stogie and join the affair. The Cigar Loons are always there. Lunatic invaders of the cigar world, spreading smoke and laughter, their stories unfold. From the finest lips to the wildest tales, the Cigar Loons never fail to prevail.
What is up?
Not much. Not much. Just.
Hello and good evening, and welcome back to the Cigar Loons podcast. We do apologise for not being live last week, but it was my daughter's birthday, so we decided to have a week off. We did, but we're back, and of course tonight's guest. Oh, sorry, bro. I can't stand cake, and by the time I got the cake over to you and Matthew, it would have been mouldy. Would have been mouldy old cake.
Okay. All right. You say so. I'll just have to do with that.
Oh.
My sugar will just have to drop.
I don't like birthday cake anyway.
Oh, my God. Buy your own cake, bro. Jeez.
love sugar. I've already had to buy my own cigars today. Come on now. Don't make me adult. Don't make me adult too much in one day.
Oh, poor baby.
Well, hello and good evening, everyone, and of course,
what's up, everybody?
Thank you for joining us tonight. And of course, we've got the people in the room tonight. So of course,
look out,
Habanos there. So we up Phil.
Yeah.
He's after the free cigars, of course, on his picture.
Comments are lighting up. We ain't even told them who's here yet.
Saying
we're doing good.
Good evening. And a thank you to Jake, of course, for saying happy birthday to Rocky's daughter. So thank you. And yeah, so tonight, of course, we've got Dave from D&H Cigars. And me, Grumpy, and Matthew.
I don't know.
Was Dave, introduce yourself.
That I can do. I know how to do that. I am Dave.
I'm Dave. Hello.
I am Dave. And Heather, my wife, we are D&H Cigars. We are a micro boutique and legacy retailers here in the Appalachian Mountains in North Carolina. And
Now, you may have to
I mean-
explain a little bit of that.
well,
That you know, we've talked long enough. We got you figured out, but you know, you might have confused them with that boutique legacy thing.
yeah, we
Trying
are
to help you,
a
trying to
micro.
help you out here.
Yeah, a micro boutique is using blenders to make my blend. I had a factory I was working with that has lied to me on several occasions about my product coming in that they're having, produced for me. They've said they've shipped them to me 4 times. It's been since May. So
Right.
I'll basically just say, Cigar Depot, you can kiss my ass. Don't
There you
ever
go.
use them. There it
Damn.
is.
All right.
There you go, man.
So
It's spilling the hot tea tonight. I like it.
Donald
Yeah.
said, I think Donald's, we're still having some issues. I don't know if we're having connection issues through StreamYard or.
Personally, I heard everything he said.
Yeah, I mean, I'm everything's working fine on this end. I mean, but
there's no issues on Instagram, and from what I can tell,
Okay.
there's no issues basically on Rumble. So it could be a YouTube thing tonight.
Could be.
I have the YouTube up. I'm watching it, and it's glitching every once in a while.
Oh well,
So it
there
could
you
be
go.
StreamYard.
Lovely.
It could.
That's all right.
So
Which we
Yeah,
do
currently-
apologize.
Currently, D&H is in the market for a new factory, a new blender, and we will get back around to it. I do have some product here that we're doing a very, very special infusion process to it that's going to come out that I'm gonna send y'all.
yeah, I opened up Instagram here too, so I can see comments as they come through.
I'll see. I come on here and we're gonna break the internet here.
That's all right, brother.
Hey,
That's what we intended to
Cheers,
do was
brother.
break it. That's
what we
right.
like to do.
Sales records, broken internet. I mean, you don't get that everywhere.
No,
What? Do you,
You might not get it here,
We-
but it ain't like we ain't trying.
no, it's
Yeah.
It's definitely been a
Yeah.
good reach. I mean, I've enjoyed getting to meet every one of y'all, and the inspirations that
been
y'all have
fun.
given me to keep going when the chips were down.
Well, that's
So-
we got experience in that. Just
I want
saying.
to say hello to, of course, First Third Stogie. He's put, good evening, gentlemen. How you all doing today? So thank you for joining. Of course, Cheap Smokes for Blokes. Of course, Mike over there. Hello, of course, to All the Smoke. Of course, to Donald over there. Way better over here. So, of course, it's better over on there. So it is a YouTube thing tonight. It is.
All right.
So Instagram's working.
There you go.
But yeah, so
YouTube.
I know, of course, I know you've got into, of course, D&H, about you, David, about Ever and stuff, and of course, with what's gone on, and what a fucking wild start so far. But of course, for people that don't
It's
know
been an
now,
adventure.
and of course, yeah, and for like what me and Grump know, and of course what Matthew know, you're on a different side of the light now. So of course, tell everyone the great big news announcement that you had only last week, and where you're going to be doing now, and what the next part of D&H Cigars is going to be doing.
Yeah, that is the affiliation with Drew Estates, being the only certified Drew Estate dealer within probably about 75 miles. So that's a big deal, because I am a big Drew Estate fan. So we're really happy and excited about that. So those should start rolling into the D&H shop and lounge here, and probably next week we'll do a big reveal and a big stock up, and like I said, we're looking for that new factory, that new blender, because our affiliation with Cigar Depot out of Tampa, is done. If they're gonna keep, putting me off, and and then ghost me after they tell me that they have enough tobacco to make 1,500 units, and then ghost me.
Yeah, ain't good business.
Bit of a
Now,
shitter, isn't it? But of course, let's go into a little bit about, of course, your cigars anyway, and of course some great bands on the cigars. So tell us about the cigars there, Dave. Of course, we've got the King, we've got, of course, the Jester, the Archer, and of course the other one, the Sweet Caroline.
The Sweet Caroline.
I'm right. Yeah, Sweet Caroline.
Yeah,
I'm right. See, I'm remembering stuff.
I mean, the Jester started off as just your basic barber pole, but I wanted more to it. So rather than a Maduro Connecticut wrap, it is a Maduro Sumatran natural wrap. Give it that little extra kick, little extra spice to it. So, but it's nice, it's smooth. And the King, I have that in the Gordo and the box press. It is a Nicaraguan blend with a double Maduro wrapper. The Sweet Jane, or the Sweet Jane, good God. The Sweet Caroline started off, started off to be more of a woman's blend, and it's actually more popular with the men than it is with the women. And everybody's requested in a larger gauge. So the Sweet Caroline, when it comes back out, it will be in a Toro.
Yeah, Donald's put there, I would like to try the Sweet Caroline. So that's what Donald says. He'd like to try it.
Yeah.
You know something?
What's up, bud?
You got a good mix there. Yeah, you've got a good mix there. And I know, of course, with everything else that we spoke about, of course, with what we spoke with Grumpy, and I know Matthew, of course, they've been busy doing schoolwork and stuff, but he'll catch up. He will. You've got some excellent things that are in the mix with your heritage and where you're from. But we're not going to talk about that. But let's go a little bit into, of course, the heritage of yourself, because, of course, we like talking to people. And you know something, we're a mix of people. And you think I'm British. And then when we got talking and I started looking through, what a name you've got in the heritage around your name. And then when I was looking, dang, bro, I went down some rabbit holes there. I did. You know what we're like with rabbit holes. But,
So
go on, get Grump.
I may have been looking at some ancestry over there a while ago before we got on here then.
Oh,
You
shit,
know?
I've nicked his question. Oh, shit, I've nicked Grumpy's question again. Grump, you lead,
No, you
lead the way,
didn't.
my brother.
No, you didn't nick my question, but we was talking about what I was doing before we come on here, and I was, and I told you it was giving me some foreign guy's name in some other part of the world. So, I mean, it might be an ancestor. You never know. I mean, it could be. There's stranger things that I could expose, but it ain't a conspiracy kind of night.
Oh, there you go. Well, we'll get into.
You could have ancestors over there.
We'll get
Still
into
in the
giants
business.
rabbit holes and giants later,
Well, yeah, there's plenty of time for that.
There you go.
We
Let's
need
get
to
the
know more
tinfoil
about.
hats out.
Yeah, we need to know more about cigars. And we're we can talk about we can talk about that every day of the week. I want to know more about these cigars. That I need a humidor.
My heritage that's in my head that's coming out. I'm not going to say too much about the blend, but my family traces back to the little fishing town of Donegal, Ireland. I am 68% Irish, and then I have some Bohemian and English is in the rest of the mix. But
is that Bohemian part?
Yeah. The heritage is basically it's going to be based on the Donegal heritage and really focusing on what is predominant in Donegal. So I've got the blend in my head, and once I get to a new factory, we're going to get that out, and that's going to be the heritage of Donegal.
And of course, awesome band as well that you've got. And I tell you one thing, I can't wait to see that cigar when it comes out. And this is the thing, something, the chats that we've had about cigars and different things, and the nights on, of course, TikTok. And for anyone who's wondering how you can find, of course, Dave, if you want to find him on Instagram, you can find him at D&H Cigars, of course, over on Instagram. If you want to find him on TikTok, it's the D&H Humidor on TikTok. And that's where you can find Dave. And you'll find him live most evenings, of course, with Mike, from Distinguished Gent, with Phil, with Grumpy, with me, when Matthew comes on, and many more of us. And we have some excellent chats on TikTok about cigars, life. We go down how we're feeling, of course. We talk about piles and reptile dysfunction and different things. You never know where the chat goes. It just goes down some weird chat.
Did you say reptile dysfunction?
Reptile, reptile dysfunction.
Reptile.
Yeah, well, we trust me, we have some of that reptile dysfunction. Especially
I'm going to spring something on you here.
Oh, Lord,
spring something on you that Gaz, you don't know about, Grumpy don't know, Matthew, ain't none of y'all know about.
Right.
We have an A+ property that we're probably going to go look at for the lounge.
Ooh.
So next year,
brilliant.
Hopefully by mid next year, the Franklin Humidor Lounge will open.
That's good.
That sounds awesome.
That's some excellent news.
That's going to be a long road trip.
Yeah, same here.
It is, but it's going to be good, and that's the thing.
I'm going to have to fly that one.
We'll all be showing up. But of course, we know, of course, we're talking to you, Dave. You go around, you do different events, and tell us about them as well, the different events that you do, because I know, of course, you're going to be doing one soon, and you're going to be kidnapping Grumpy and chucking him and hog-tying him and putting him in the back of the car. But yeah, tell us more about that, my brother.
Yeah, a lot of our events we do are veteran-based events. I'm a lifetime member of the VFW, auxiliary member, and Heather and I are both members of the American Legion. So a lot of the stuff we do is very veteran-based, and we do our sip and smokes we do down there with the VFW in Florida, and percentage of all of our sales go directly straight back to that post to assist veterans. And that's really what our focus is veteran mental health. Yeah. We both have a lot of family members that are veterans.
That's it, man.
Donald says he wants to
That
work
sounds
for
so
you, my
cool.
brother, in your cigar lounge. He does. He wants
Right?
to work for you.
Oh, I
And
have
yeah,
a cigar concierge that I'm hoping will actually make this move to North Carolina, and y'all know who it is. That would be Theo. I would love to have her as my cigar concierge
Theo.
at the lounge. Yep.
Well, Phil's poor, and we know how Phil is. He's a little bit on the old wonky doodle side. He's put football cigars are fire, and then he's put
Now
potato and moist.
I think that was two different parts of the conversation. I was actually going to ask about the football cigars too.
I don't know
that is
because normally when he does his rating, that's probably what he's getting into with our fellas. It is.
Yeah, that would be my limited edition game days.
Yeah.
They're a torpedo, and it's a Maduro with a Connecticut inlay on top of it that makes it look like a football with the lacing and all that stuff on it. And yeah, we can do those for special events with different, different NFL teams and stuff like that.
Yeah. You've got your foot in, and the thing is, of course, people have enjoyed that. The thing is, you're a nice guy, and straight as we know, of course, if I'm getting around here, you're not scared of hiding stuff. And this is the thing: we know a lot of people. It's undisclosed. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to go into it. They don't want to see the pitfalls of what they're going in to where they are. But straight away, as you've said, of course, yeah, my cigars, this is what's gone on. Now I'm with Drew Estate, this is where we're going, then the cigar lounge. So, what other cigars, Dave? Go on, see what you're going to say, bro.
This is not, you can't go into this business half-hearted. And I had always, just back and forth, talked about it. And my wife has been my biggest supporter. And she told me, she was, you're not getting any younger. If you want to do it now. Go full in, full on, and don't stop. And yeah, we had our hiccups that almost, set us back. But she was also like, all right, well, we'll just take a step back. We'll do a reset. We'll start again. But this business is definitely not for the meek. It's very cutthroat. You wouldn't think it is, but it is a very, very cutthroat business.
Yeah, I'm glad you just said it. Glad you just said it and put it out there.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But the thing is, bro, like I said to you the other night when we were talking, them dark days that you were in to where you are now, that rainbow's out, the sun's out, and you're going in.
Except for that loud ass thunder just going on.
Yeah.
But you've got great things coming, and this is the thing: you've got great things coming, and you're doing great. And of course, you've got the excitement of the cigar lounge coming ahead and sorting that out. Now, of course, you smoke many different cigars, but what are some of your go-tos? And if you could recommend some cigars for, say, the newest cigar smoker coming in, and if they came to you and said, "Oh, Dave, I've seen you on with the Cigar Loons. I've seen you on TikTok. I've seen the cigars you're smoking, but I'm a new cigar smoker. I've never smoked cigarettes." What would you recommend for them, my brother? Just a couple of cigars that you would recommend to.
I'd probably go with the Rough Rider Sweet. As a light sweet cigar.
Mm.
If you wanted to get a little bit stronger, you're gonna put me on the spot on this one. With the if you want to stay in the sweet blends, the Fat Bottom Betty or the Sweet Jane are excellent starters. And Grumpy, you might agree with me, you might disagree with me on this one, but that would be the CAO Moon Trance.
Hey,
Easy to smoke, but
it is
so many wicked, interesting freaking flavors to that cigar.
Yeah, yeah. It's not going to be your basic Connecticut starter stick.
No,
I tell you that.
I mean, if you were to level up, I mean, and you really want to level up, the S84.
Mm-hmm.
Great smoke, but it's definitely a level up.
Yeah,
it's not a beginner cigar, but it is a fantastic cigar.
Yeah, definitely that.
Yeah, you picked up some good ones there, and I know, of course, you and Grumpy smoked the cigar that you're on about, and of course, we smoked the S84. And this is the thing: there's new cigar smokers coming out all the time, and it's like the same question.
Yeah.
If Mike was on here, of course, Mike would answer it the same as Phil and everyone else. And that's the thing. But I just want to go back onto Instagram. And Jake's put, D&H are the finest folks to do business with. Never a doubt when doing business with them. And he's put also, Dave knows I'm a Moon Trance lover. Laugh out loud. So that, of course,
Ding,
was
ding,
from
ding.
Jake.
But, I just got in some Moon Trance for him.
I'm going to shut up for a little bit. And I'm going to shut up for a bit. And I'm going to let Grumpy and Matthew
telling stories like that.
talk to you. Brother, you know me. I'm going to smoke my cigar. But anyway, as we were going around tonight, I'm smoking the La Villas. And it, of course, is Mexican San Andreas wrapper. That is a bourbon barrel aged. The binder is Nicaraguan. The fillet is Nicaraguan. It's the boot selection, and it's a new cigar that's just hit the UK. So that's what I'm smoking tonight. Grumpy and Matthew, of course, Dave smoking the blackened S84. But Matthew, what are you smoking then? Of course, let's get what you want to ask David or Dave, as we know it, David, but we call him Dave. So go on.
EP Carrillo Essence series. I got the Sumatra tonight. I did that one because, I mean, I know that we had the difficulties that we had tonight, but at least I got something Sumatra. It might not be a barber pole, but we're celebrating Sumatra.
There we go.
What you doing, Matthew?
Well, I am smoking a CAO Pasa Noche cigar. Right here. I don't know if you can read it. Probably not. But
it's pretty label though.
Yeah, it's a nice little black and
Looks
white
like
label.
A nice band.
It's got a broadleaf wrapper, Cameroon binder.
Is that no one that Ricky Rodriguez made? Is that no one that Ricky Rodriguez made?
No, this is a newer one.
Oh, that's a newer one. Okay.
Yeah, this one just came out like this year.
Okay, cool.
It's cool. Nice. Or last year, I think it came out. But yeah, I mean, this is my favorite. They have another one or two other ones in this like lineup. There's Fasa Sol, which is Day, Noche, and then there's another one I can't remember the name of. The Sol is also pretty damn good. Enjoyable cigars. I like CAO in general. So yeah, it's a good cigar. I like it. I'm glad.
Just want to say to Donald, that's where you can find us on Instagram at cigarloons.podcast. And that, of course, is there over on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if he didn't see my comment in the chat or what.
Yeah, might have a better connection over. I don't know.
It's YouTube is still glitching.
Great.
No doubt, man. I wish I was uptown like that.
AKA
Heather. Where is Evie? Just get Heather on and let us say hi, Dave. Come on.
Where's the
Um,
owner?
Let's see the part of H.
Yeah, let's see the H part of the ownership here.
Well, we'll see if we can get her back in here.
That's what she wants. That's what she wants to. That's what she wants to.
She's been, she's a little tired. She's been taking care of our son now that he's out at home from the hospital. So,
Okay.
Oh yeah.
she's had her plate full.
Yeah, that'll do it.
But let me get this out of the wrapper so you can see it a little bit better. But yeah,
That thing is just cool.
there it is.
Yeah. That's just a good looking cigar.
That looks like the perfect way for me to enjoy watching the Browns lose.
Either way, but yeah.
Club.
Yeah, club.
Your
And
best
I
place
say
for
that
it
as
is
a
go
Browns
on
fan, where it's painful.
Instagram, because we're having issues. Yeah. So club, go over on Instagram, brother. Instagram seems
Yeah,
to be working. We're having
the tube
a bit of
is having
with
issues.
YouTube tonight. So go check it out on Instagram, brother. And thank you for joining.
Yeah, we can do those with different band logos and stuff, and tags on them with whatever NFL team is or isn't your choice.
Is or isn't your choice? Makes no difference.
I have two, and based on where you're at, I don't know if you're gonna like either one of them, so it's fine.
Yep, I'm not. I watch the
Mike's
Super
big
Bowl.
time.
I'm a
I'm
a big hockey fan, so
Okay, there you go.
So, but yeah, and as far as NHL goes, Carolina Hurricanes brought it home to us this year.
That's right. That's always a good thing. Grump, you got anything lined up to ask?
Nothing to ask him. I don't know. I'm just lost. I'm so confused. I mean,
Is it harder to have? I believe it.
so if you were a conspiracy theorist kind of guy,
Oh, here we go.
what would be one of the first rabbit holes you would want to start investigating? Should you find yourself new to the whole rabbit hole scene? What would be one of the first things you'd go looking around about?
I don't. What is happening, Gaz?
He's spazzing or something.
Giants.
I don't know.
It's something Gaz and I have been going on about for a while. Is the Keshkov Giants?
The what?
The Keshkov Giants
Oh,
over in Iraq. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, tell me about that one. I don't know about that one.
But
like
the Manhattan Project and getting into the Philadelphia stuff and the disappearance and reappearance, that's some rabbit holes you can go down.
yeah.
But
Sounds like a good time.
I'm a big fan of Secrets Declassified with David Duchovny of the X-Files.
Right.
So I mean I can really get into that stuff and a lot of the stuff the old X-Files series and the release of the Blue Notes, the Blue Book notes and stuff. It's you can go deep.
You can.
We've been known to do that occasionally.
Yeah.
the whole
I
thing
guess-
with the whole thing with them. Sorry, Grump. Sorry. Go.
Oh, go ahead with the Giants. What about
I
that?
was just going to say with them Giants, of course, what was spoken about was on Joe Rogan, and there was a guy there, and he was on about the Giants, and supposedly when the war was going on in Iraq and they were trying to find the Taliban, they found a cave where they thought the Taliban were. So they sent a team in. The team
Well,
went.
you got to back up a little bit.
So, of
You got to
course.
back up on this a little bit, guys.
Go on.
You got to back up on there of how they found the cave. was they followed the villagers who were stacking food at the entrance of this cave for some unknown reason. So that's why they decided they had to investigate the cave. Continue on, guys.
So this, thank you, bro. So they sent the team in. Of course, the team never came out. So they sent a second team in. As they sent the second team in, they found a giant eating the original team that was in there. The giant went to attack him, and they shot the giant. When they shot the giant, it was weighed to go on the helicopter. Of course, the helicopter was going from Qatar. It was going to take it over to another base there. And then, of course, where it was going on its final destination. They weighed. They also took the height and, 1,100 in weight. And, of course,
I think it was
the
12
helicopter
feet
pilot
tall.
spoke to...
Damn, I thought I
12
was
feet
fat.
tall. And they spoke about it. The pilot spoke about it, and he says it was on, and we took it to Wright and Peterson. Of course, as we know, the Blue Room's there, where all the alien technology was there and stuff. Now, what's happened, when it came out and people started talking about it, the Pentagon put a post out, it didn't happen, it's not true. But the amount of people that have spoken about it, that this did happen, they've got eyewitnesses that were there, the helicopter pilot that's talking about it. It's crazy. And for millennia, we've heard of giants being around in Egypt, giants being around all over the world. Of course, the Sasquatch is supposed to be a giant. There's been giant remains found in America. There's been giant remains found all over the world. And yeah, it's a crazy one, because if there was, and this is a cover-up, why is the Pentagon covering it up and brushing it under the mat when people are talking about it? And then phones are being hacked if they are talking to people. The people that were there at the time are being watched by the CIA, the FBI, and they're under watch. There's a lot to go on. And it's a big rabbit hole. It's a big rabbit hole.
There's a lot of interesting focus about the giants and their origin, that they're not human giants. They're actually of alien origin. They're the same ones that possibly built the pyramids, that are just a leftover species of that era. So yeah, there's all that rabbit hole has more than one entrance.
They often do.
Oh yeah.
Dave, let me ask you something, because I know Grumpy will probably end up asking you. Is Alvy still alive, and is it Bob Joyce?
I've only seen little clips of that, and I don't know. I'm going to reserve judgment on that one. I mean, maybe he died fat and happy on the toilet. Maybe he's still walking around. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yep.
It is a crazy one.
Fat and happy sounds like
Grump,
a good way to
what's
go.
some-
On the toilet, not so much.
Yeah, really. Kind of,
Grump,
Eh.
what's some conspiracy theories that you've seen over this last week? And Evan, what stuck out to you, Grump, on the old conspiracy theory? Because I know you are going through TikTok at night and different things, and stuff pops up, like it pops up on my phone. What's got the buzz on you, my bro? What you've seen?
Well, the latest of the funnies, don't get excited, but Elon's getting ready to crash a rocket into the moon. Don't get excited.
Why is he going to do that?
Well, it's off course. It's a stray out there that they've spotted. It was from another mission. But now all of a sudden, we got space junk out there, flying off course, and now this one's on track to hit the moon. you know.
Would that
But
be the dark side of the moon where we don't see, we don't
well,
communicate?
it's probably, you know, they say we're gonna see it. You know, they say that it'll be visible. You'll see it. I'm thinking that that we'll see it because it's called Project Blue Beam. It'll be a hologram.
Mm.
But that's just one of
Oh,
them
we're back
rabbit
on
holes.
this one again.
Yeah.
That's one of them rabbit holes.
And
Oh,
that,
you
and
ain't
that
seen
when we're all gonna see Jesus being broadcast into the sky, talking to us.
aliens, that too, yeah, aliens and the spacecrafts, and
Oh boy.
you're gonna see the rapture, and
The page.
they gonna show
Yeah,
you all
Page,
kinds of
the
movies in the sky, man.
I think the purge has already started.
The Purge.
The
I think the
wildfires.
purge has already
Wildfires
started.
surging around.
Between the
What's that?
pandemics, the wildfires, the
Yeah,
random lettuce diarrhea. Yeah, I think the purge has started. I think
you're
it's
witnessing
a universal reset.
you're witnessing an entire societal reset's what you're watching in real time.
Well,
And I mean, that's just as rabbit hole as it is, as plain a rabbit hole as I can put it. But everything is there, all the signs, they're showing you everything.
so what's
I
the
mean,
goal? What's the end game here?
well, the end game is control.
Well, that's always the plan.
I
This
mean,
isn't
you know,
anything new.
but they're getting desperate now though, because so many people are starting to ask questions. They're starting to figure things out. Math ain't mathing, you know.
Yeah.
And that they're losing control. So they've got to pull off the big picture here sooner or later. They got to get us all back on the farm.
I was going to say that, Grump. Do you reckon as well, Grump, and Matthew, and of course you, Dave, because I know you've spoken about it, Grump. Do you reckon it's a case of trying to take us away from asking the question on the Antarctic, and also, of course, about the underwater sea bases that we know are in existence, and they're still trying to keep us away from finding out that? Do you reckon that's another thing, what they're trying to do?
That, I mean, they've had you looking up for years, you know. What gets me, and I have to say that, you know, I'm as guilty as the next man, because every one of us living, we're educated under the same curriculum, same systems, the same, you know, every one of us alive came up under the same education system. You know, it's just that some of us got old and cranky and started asking questions when we seen something that didn't matter. You know, and it started making people uncomfortable and upsetting people. And see, that's where your sanitariums and psych hospitals and all, that's where all that came from back in the earlier centuries, was during that reset. The people who saw it, and the people who understood it, and the people who knew what was going on were labeled and deemed crazy. And they were locked away in those sanitariums and those psych hospitals and all of that. They locked them away and drugged them up so nobody would believe anything they said. You know, well, they're just talking nonsense. You know, while they're implementing this whole new thing on you here, these people remembering what was going on, you know, no, they're crazy. They don't know what they're talking about. Because, see, they got to erase the past one. You know, they got to cover up as much of the past one as they can. And like you said, look at what else going on now. The weather, the fires, the floods, the destruction of property and places and stuff like that. Records, buildings. I mean, you're watching it in real time. We've just read about it in history before now.
So, Dave, we're going off that now. What are your music influences? So when you're sitting and smoking a cigar, or when you're chilling, who are your music influences that you like to listen to in music? Who would be them?
It depends on my mood. As you know, Gaz, I'm a huge Ozzy fan. Always have been. But if I'm just chilling in a relaxed mood, it's usually like a dark bourbon blues kind of thing, just sitting back and get your cigar going, close your eyes, absorb the music, absorb your flavors, and just it's meditation is what it is. It's my meditation. It's just put on that bourbon blues, dim the lights, and just forget about the shit show, that we live in.
Yeah,
And it's
That is fair.
but if I'm just into a regular mood, I was raised in the '80s, so it's hair bands all the way.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Favorite Ozzy Osbourne album? You knew I'd ask you this one.
Ultimate.
Favorite Ozzy Osbourne album?
It's
Ultimate Sin.
Ultimate Sin. That's just because that was a time in my life that I really, really dove back into music. It was when Ultimate Sin was released.
86. 40 years ago. 86. It came out.
Good God. Yeah, make me feel old. Jesus.
Sorry, bro. It came out when I was born and bred. 40 years back. So. But you think as well, the highlight of that was, of course, the hair metal bands were coming out, as you said. And, of course, Shot in the Dark was the biggest hit off that album, which led into Metallica, of course, going on tour with Ozzy, Motley Crue going on tour with Ozzy. And Ozzy opened up the highway for a lot of bands that were touring with him. And also coming back over here, of course, around that time as that album was out, and doing the Villa gig, of course, with Lemmy, Killmaster of Motorhead, and a lot of great songs on that. I like Killer of Giants off that. That's a great song. And different ones, and the music videos. Ozzy went on record to say, "There's the ultimate sin was the ultimate din." He never liked the album. It was the ultimate din.
Personally, I love the album.
Well,
great artwork though, when you think of it.
Shot in the Dark is a great song. But...
Oh yeah.
Have you seen all the pictures going around with Ozzy and Lim just hanging out and palling around?
Mm-hmm.
Just some great behind the scenes pictures that have been released of them just being them.
They were big friends, and the thing is, you got to think Ozzy, Birmingham, Lemmy, Stoke-on-Trent, both in the Midlands, both around them industrial towns. Of course, we were in industrial town, also the pottery town, and to see where they went, and then also, of course, the music. And one of the stories, of course, Ozzy went down to the club Whiskey Go Go and found Lemmy, and he's like, I need some help writing these lyrics for a song. Okay, well, come back to the house. So Ozzy went home, he got this book, which of course was about Nazis and Germany and everything. Took it down because he didn't think Lemmy read it. He's like, when can you get this song done? Give me an hour. Okay. So Ozzy went back down in the hour. Read that book, it's shit. We've already read it. So he steamed the book back. He's like, there you go, there's your song. And he wrote, Mum, I'm coming home. And then, of course, Hellraiser that he wrote, and then Ozzy, of course, did Hellraiser. Then they did the mix with them together and stuff. A lot of different music.
Yeah.
And when you look at the songs, a lot of the songs that were written, Lemmy wrote some of them songs for Ozzy on No More Tours and different ones. And a great mix. I need some help writing these lyrics for a song. Okay.
You get over it.
But
I can hear myself.
Yeah, we heard that.
That's funny shit.
Well, some great music takes there, and that's the thing, something. A lot of music, and I just want to say, of course, I heard today there's, and this goes into a bit of wrestling. We lost Dory Funk. So Dory Funk passed away today.
I saw that.
And yeah, what a shocker that was of Dory Funk and everything. But who is your wrestler, Dave? When you're growing up, who was your wrestler? Who did you like in wrestling that stood out to you as a wrestler?
I really didn't get into it, but I mean the battle between Hulk Hogan and Roddy Piper, that lives in my brain. I mean it was the WWF back then, and then they had that cartoon that became of it. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing. So
Yeah.
what's go on, Grump. Go on.
No,
Just gonna
y'all
look-
go ahead. I'm just thinking out loud over here.
Oh boy.
That whole wrestling thing, man.
That's all right, bro.
You can go back.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, like we've talked at length about, the errors that I came up through watching all that, and I mean, the old guys from the southeastern area. You had your whole attitude area, you had your whole free bleeder area. I mean, that there was so many different ones that came through each one of those. It's hard to pick one.
Oh yeah.
It's hard to pick
It
one,
is.
just one, because there were so many.
Yeah. I know.
There were so many that were good at the trade. Some were better at the business end in the ring, not so good at the promotional end on the microphone. Then you had others that were exactly opposite. They could talk the game, which that kind of covered their lack in the ring, but everybody had their strong points, but it's hard to pick just one. There's so many.
I think for me, when I was watching WWF, the person that stood out to me was Jake the Snake, and I've said this before. His promos, the wrestling style, it stuck. Then when The Undertaker came out, I really dig The Undertaker for years and years and years. But when I couldn't watch WWF, because we used to get the tapes, we'd go down to the video rental, we'd get the tapes, watch the tapes. That's how we watched it. And then when Sky came out in England, my cousin would record it. But little did I know, when it came on from the United States on Sky, before was lingerie models. So I used to watch 10 minutes of lingerie models, then watch wrestling. So that was a good insight of lingerie models and all the rest. But when WCW came on the scene, I was a Vader fan. I like Big Man Vader. And then, of course, seeing the different ones that came in there, and then the demise of WCW was just crazy. And always been a wrestling fan, but then you look at the music that they used. Of course, Sting, he had a Metallica song, which he had Seek and Destroy. So imagine that in the days of different ones, and then the whole MTV bang, and everyone, of course, in WWF at that, and how that went to now WWE and stuff, and seen a lot of rising stars and stuff. But what's next on the horizon for you, Dave, and of course for Heather with D&H? I know, of course, you said the Cigar Lounge. I know you said, of course, getting the cigars. But what else is on the horizon, and what are you most looking forward to and going down, and where you want to be?
I am basically just building D&H as a legacy for my family, having something to pass down, an honorable thought in people's heads. Oh, D&H Cigars, they're an honest, good company, and being able to pass that on after I've gone, and for my family to have something to be able to stand on is the big incentive and big drive behind it. You know, I don't want to be. You know, I've still got my daily that I do. So I mean, my wife is you know, bless her, she's you know putting up with me doing my daily, and then coming home and doing my D&H Cigars stuff. And it does take a lot away, but you know she's very understanding in knowing that it's only temporary. The daily's going away, and you know this is what I'm building for us.
Yeah.
So that's the end game, you know.
And that's great. We have had some comments, and of course, Club did put
Yeah.
it was Hogan and Ultimate Warrior for him, and then of course, A Drive 66. I had a bunch of breakfast. I like the Bushwhackers, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Hulk Hogan, The Undertaker, then Smoking Moose. We know who was riding in style. Then Club put NWO was a good crew. Of course,
Yeah.
Phil put
Them
Macho
NWO
Man,
fans, man.
and yeah, A Drive put didn't really care for Macho Man. He was mean to his wife. Of course, we know the stories. And then Club put snapping to Slim Jim. Ooh yeah!
That's,
And
as soon as you hear Macho Man, that's what you automatically think of.
Oh yeah.
snapping to Slim Jim. Oh yeah! But there's been a
Hey,
lot,
look,
and that's the thing. But
he
them
was
days,
an
them days are
advertisement
coming.
all his own.
Oh yeah, them days are coming, and you know
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
You're definitely stepping on the right toes and getting there. And this is the thing. You're doing great, and of course, we wish you all the best. And you know you've got our support and everything. And of course, you know as soon as the Cigar Lounge is open, I've already told you I'm getting on that plane, and I will get straight over
Mm.
because I want to be there and see you open it up and everything. You know, Grumpy and Matthew will come over, and this is the thing. And like I say, thank you, of course, for joining us tonight and being the guest and telling us, because you know something.
And
People need
uh,
to hear what you've got going on and where you're coming from and about a new business that's starting. And the thing is, you're there. You're starting. You're okay. We've had a little bit of a setback, but you know something. It ain't stopped us. We're still going. Yeah, and now with Drew Estate. Yeah, I'm getting Drew Estate in. Yeah, this is coming.
yep.
Yeah, my cigars are coming back. It hasn't stopped me because them setbacks, bro. It could have been, you know what? Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, I've been screwed with my cigars. You know what? Yeah, I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. But all through them
Well,
times,
as
you have never let it get you. You were there.
I mean, you know,
You've carried on promoting.
you know, there was that time when we were back and forth with the state, and we were having our issues, and it actually came down to 1 hour. 1 hour was the time frame before it was time to say, no, we got to step back and reset. And in the final hour, the state finally approved.
Yep.
After our third time through them.
Jeez.
But that you know that was a very difficult time.
Yeah, it was.
Sure was.
Well,
Yep.
you didn't let it get to you, bro. You kept cool, and that's the thing. You kept cool all the way through and to where you are now. And I tell you one thing. Please, 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 everyone who's watching over on Instagram or over here on YouTube, on Rumble, go and give Dave a follow again. You can find him on Instagram, of course, and you'll be able to find him at D&H Cigars over on Instagram. If you want to find him there on TikTok, of course, he's the D&H Humidor on TikTok. Go and give him a follow. Go give him a like. And keep your eyes open because there's some interesting things coming, of course. We can't really say much here on the podcast, but Dave will tell you, and you get in touch. And he's got some big things coming, and you definitely need to keep an eye on him. He's going to have some great content coming out within the next week when he opens up all the nice cigars from Drew Estate. And he starts posting them on Instagram, so you definitely want to keep an eye open for what he's got coming because there's a lot of interesting cigars.
In about a month, Grumpy and Matthew will have this we'll call it a limited edition sample for them to. We'll let you try them out, and
All right. That'll be fine.
Brother, can we tell them the name? Can we tell them the name of it?
go ahead. I'll let you do it. Go ahead.
The crazy chili.
Crazy chili.
The crazy chili.
Yeah, and the band's already been created, and the band is awesome. So of course the band was created today.
I like a spicy cigar, so maybe that sounds interesting.
It's going to be
under the crazy chili. The Mexican flag,
Oh,
of
boy.
course, the chili wearing the sombrero and the
All right.
maracas. But yeah, D&H Cigar, the crazy chili. So I can't wait to see you guys smoke that.
We'll just say it's a very peppery, spicy cigar.
Well, I like those.
Grumpy,
Sounds
you better
amazing.
get your water because you're gonna have the hiccups.
I'll be prepared.
Oh boy.
The hiccups and the sweats. The hiccups and the sweats.
I'll be prepared.
Well, hopefully it'll be a little bit cooler by then, and I won't
I hope
sweat
so.
just from sitting here.
Yeah, I'm sweating just sitting here.
It's
each one. We had a rainstorm today, and I tell you one thing, we were only walking the dogs, and it was like a wet t-shirt competition when I got home, and then about an hour later, the rain was gone, and it's like now the heat's just increased again, and it's just crazy. And we've had a lot of fires over here in the UK, like of course the States, and it's crazy to see these national parks set on fire because irresponsible children are out there doing it, and they've got nothing better to do while they're on this 6-week break from school. And it is. We know it's irresponsible children. It's been told to us. There's kids going up there and setting the fires. It's all in the news. It's been documented, and that's because you know something. The government over here has been taking parks away. They haven't revisioned the parks and put stuff in there for teenagers, like skate parks or different things. They are fixed to the small children, the toddlers, the preschoolers, and they haven't changed the parks up. So kids are bored. There's nothing for the kids to do. When I finished school, we had after school clubs that we could go to. We'd have a buzz that would come onto the estate where you could play video games and different things. You'd have different club sports going on. We could play football, cricket, different things in the 6 weeks holidays. That's all gone because of this government funding. And it's just crazy how things have changed now. The kids are bored and they've got to go and set a fire for entertainment. Or they're stuck on the phones. And the worst thing that ever came out was the phone. And if we went down a rabbit hole, just look at an iPhone. What's on the back of an iPhone? Half at an apple. What's that resemble? Adam and Eve, the forbidden fruit. When that phone came out, that was the sole purpose. That's information that we should never been given. When the phones came out, and you look at everybody, they are stuck on a phone. If it's on Facebook, if it's on Instagram, YouTube, wherever, they are stuck on a phone. And kids are stuck on phones.
I don't know that we want to take a strong stance against social media, considering who we are and where we are.
I'm not, but I'm just saying.
Just saying.
Yeah, you look at kids these days, and they're not playing on the street, are they? They're not building forts. They're not going down and building a dam. They're not going down there and going fishing in the local lake and stuff. They're not.
I grew up without the internet in the beginning of my childhood, and I set plenty of things on fire and blew plenty of shit up. So, you know, I don't know.
I was the same. The same. I was making forts and doing different things in the farms and stuff. And I had an awesome childhood.
Army men with the parachute onto a Hot Wheel stuffed with a firecracker and throwing it, you know?
Yeah, I did all my stupid long before we had video evidence.
Yeah. You remind me of, Matthew. Sid.
Who's
from
that?
Toy Story.
Sid from Toy Story.
Yeah. when he's blown the toys up.
The shit was fun.
That's going to be your new nickname, Sid. Sid from Toy Story. But yeah, again, Dave, you know what? I am so over the moon for what you've got coming, my brother, and thank you for your friendship and the chats that we've had offline and different things, also on TikTok. And thank you for tonight, of course, being the guest. You know, something awesome chat with you. And it's always awesome every time I sit down with you. So thank you.
I'm happy to be here. Happy to, glad you invited me, but I am a little disappointed here that I haven't been asked the question. And I put a lot of thought into this question.
All right, I'll ask it because he didn't. Here we go. Dave, 5 people, alive or dead, that you would like to sit and have a cigar with.
Well, that's not the question I've been pondering, but we'll do that one too.
Oh goddamn! Is it the band one?
That's the one. That's
yeah.
The one
Give us your ultimate super band.
See, I've put a lot of thought into this one, and we're going to start at the back with Neil Peart from Rush. Okay.
Always good.
Yep. Then we're going to go off to the basis off left there. We're going to say Bayat Kamal, and he's best known. He did the solo riff in the song "You Can Call Me Al." He's the one who did that solo bass riff. Excellent bassist. Then we'll have 2 lead guitars, which is going to be Steve Vai and Randy Rhoads.
Damn.
Then off center, we're going to have a keyboardist, which is going to be Jeff Nichols from Black Sabbath.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Lead singer, strange, but it's going to be Billy Idol.
All right.
Oof.
Because I like his range between Money Money and Sweet 16. That range and diversity he has between those, that would be my ultimate band right there.
Sure.
Cool.
I love it.
So let's go back. 5 people alive or dead that you like to smoke a cigar with.
Well, we'll definitely have to. We can take 3, right here.
Oh, jeez, cop out.
It was.
I'd only say that to you because we know you.
That's it.
If we want to go outside of our group, I mean, I would love to sit down with all of us that are in our group and just sit around a fire in the woods and drink bourbon, smoke cigars, and just bullshit all night long till this fucking sun came up.
Yes, sir.
But celebrity style, would, top of the list would be Ozzy. Most people don't know he was a cigar smoker.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
George Burns.
Mm-hmm.
And the Rat Pack.
There you go.
And I'll throw in just because he got brought into my head last night with a conversation with AJ would be definitely be James Gandolfini.
There you go.
Just because he was a cool
AJ,
dude.
But last night, his name got mentioned about 20 million times, and AJ's a big Sopranos fan. So a big shout out to AJ. And I know he hasn't watched tonight, but he'll probably be watching later. But big shout out to him, and also to, of course, the rest of the group for watching tonight and joining and stuff. And hey, up to Frankie. So Frankie's here. He's put, hi guys.
Hope
you guys are doing
good. I see
good.
Frankie in there.
Frankie. Yep. So to Frank. Hope you're out, bro, and staying safe. And of course, we are live again next week. And we're live at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Pacific. And also midnight in the UK. And on the 22nd of August, live announcement. 22nd of August on a Saturday. We're going to be doing a Versus night. The Blackbird Crow Robusto versus Drew Estates Undercrown Maduro Robusto. So that is going to be on a Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Pacific, and midnight in the UK. And 10 of us again. It's going to be a great night. It is.
It's gonna be tough to be impartial on that one. I really love one of those 2 cigars.
Yep.
No, here's the thing about that is I have not even looked up what the Blackbird Crow is. I haven't had it. I haven't looked at the blend. I haven't looked at the notes. I've looked zero. I'm going into the Blackbird blind.
I think I want to put like paper over the bands and have my wife mix them up and just smoke them that way and see which one I like better.
Mm-hmm. You could do that. You could be different
as long as they look similar enough. I know they're both Maduro.
They are both the same wrapper, different binder, different filler, but they are the same wrapper, and you're going to get different notes from each one, and that's why it's a versus night to see which one we prefer the most. And you've got to think boutique versus legacy, because Blackbird is boutique, legacy Drew Estate. So it's going to be interesting.
And we've had them on, and they make good cigars.
Yep. Yeah, we've got both of them on.
I've just had so many of the freaking undercrowns. Yep. So many. So
I like the undercrown.
I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that that's a bad thing. I mean,
oh no, it's one of my favorite cigars. I love that cigar.
Go Drew Estate.
Yeah, I don't think they make a bad cigar other than those ones with the acid label, but.
Yeah, those are the hardest.
That's my own opinion. You guys can love them. I hope you do.
Yeah, that's Matthew's own opinion. We love Drew Estate. Thank you, Drew Estate, and thank you for being the guest when we had you on. Thank you to Isola. Thank you to Pedro and Calvin and everyone else that we know from Drew Estate and Jonathan Drew.
You're gonna get chapped lips.
Please be.
Yes.
Please be over the age of 18 in the United Kingdom. To, of course, smoke cigars. Please be over the age of 21 in the United States to smoke cigars. What we do on here is what we love, what we talk about. We do not condone people that smoke, but this is what we do for our own purposes, for entertainment, for our podcast. We hope you've enjoyed. But Dave, yet again, brother, thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining us tonight. Much love to you, and thank you for being the guest. Grump, Matthew.
Well, I guess I might as well say it again. I think I'm going to try to find a new catchphrase, but for now, don't start none, won't be none. Cheers, y'all.
Like I said, y'all need to be buzzing that website. That counter needs to be dinging. I've enjoyed it. I mean, yeah, we could have went so many different places. Because we sit and shoot the breeze together all the time. I mean, but getting out here, we wanted, this was about showcasing what you got going on, where you came from, how you got here, and that's what I wanted it to be more of, a night of let people see who D&H is, let them see that brand. Let them see what's coming, and appreciate you being here in that capacity. I mean, yeah, got merch too, man. Like I said, get in on the website, start looking around, and then start filling your card up.
Stop with the website, bro. Otherwise, we're going to get dinged. Don't mention. We'll get dinged.
I mean,
I love you. Our Father loves you. But if you ain't driving the bus, you better switch seats. I'll catch y'all later.
Yeah, we'll catch you next week, everyone. Thank you for watching. We'll catch you next week. Bye.
Good night.
When I ate that goddamn.
From the depths of the internet, my podcast did arise. A trio of loons with cigars in their eyes. They've invaded the world with their smoky surprise. The Cigar Loons, they're oh so wise. Lunatic invaders of the cigar world, spreading smoke and laughter, their stories unfold. From the finest legends to the wildest tales, the Cigar Loons never fail to prevail. With their witty banter and infectious glee, they've captured hearts, you see. They're more than just smokers, they're a family, united by cigars, a brotherhood free. Invaders of the cigar world, spreading smoke and laughter, their stories unfold. From the finest blends to the wildest tales, the Cigar Loons never fail to prevail. They've got the knowledge, the passion, the flair, a podcast powerhouse beyond compare. So light up the stogie and join the affair. The Cigar Loons are always there. Lunatic invaders of the cigar world, spreading smoke and laughter, their stories unfold.